The question is never, what's wrong with you? The question is always, what happened to you? That's Dr. Gabor Maté, one of the most respected trauma physicians alive. And I want to sit with that for a second. Because if you've ever asked yourself, why can't I just leave? Why do I keep going back? Why do I stay in things that are hurting me? That one question changes everything. Here's what no one tells you about being stuck. It's not weakness, it's not stupidity, it's not even fear. Not exactly. It's your nervous system doing its job. Think about it like this. You grew up in a certain environment. Maybe there was tension in the house. Maybe things were unpredictable. Maybe love always came with something else attached. Pressure, silence, chaos. And your nervous system, still forming, still learning what normal feels like. It said, okay, this is home. This is what safe feels like. Not because it was actually safe, but because it was familiar. Your nervous system doesn't distinguish between familiar and good. It just knows what it recognizes. And it will pull you back toward that over and over again. Because the known, even when it's painful, feels more manageable than the unknown. That's not a character flaw. That's biology doing exactly what it was designed to do. Now here's where it gets even more honest. Some of us, and I say us because I'm not going to stand outside of this, some of us actually feel more comfortable in chaos than in calm. Calm feels boring or fake or like something's about to go wrong. So we unconsciously recreate tension. We pick the partner who keeps us guessing. We stay in the job that keeps us anxious. We start fires just so we feel like we're doing something. Because chaos is familiar, and familiar feels like safety. This isn't something you're doing on purpose. This is a survival strategy your younger self built, brick by brick, to get through something that was genuinely hard. You adapted, you survived. The problem is, that strategy is still running in the background. Even now, even when the original threat is long gone. Let me ask you something. When you think about actually leaving, the relationship, the job, the pattern, what's the feeling underneath the fear? For a lot of people, it's not really fear of the new thing. It's fear of who you'll be without the old thing. Because the chaos, the tension, the familiar pain, it gave you an identity. You knew how to survive it. You were good at it. But peace, stability, something genuinely good that isn't waiting to fall apart, that's terrifying because you've never learned the rules of that world. So you stay in the game you already know how to lose rather than risk playing a game you might actually win. And this is exactly what Maté means when he asks, what happened to you? He's not looking for excuses. He's looking for the root. The part of you that flinches when things are going well, that's not broken. That's a child who learned that good things get taken away. The part of you that stays when you should go, that's not weak. That's a younger version of you who learned that leaving was more dangerous than staying. These instincts saved you then. They're just costing you now. And the real work, it isn't about pushing through the fear. It's about gently showing your nervous system that it's safe to want something different. So the next time you feel stuck, and some part of you is asking, why can't I just leave? Why can't I just move forward? I want you to get curious instead of critical. Ask, what is this pattern protecting me from? Ask, what did I learn this was keeping me safe from? Because underneath the stuck isn't weakness. Underneath the stuck is a person who survived something and just hasn't been shown yet that surviving isn't the only option anymore. You're not broken, you're adapted, and adaptation can change.